Welcome everybody to Very Important Geeks Hot Swapped episode 8. Now, if you've ever forgotten what episode of Hot Swaps it is, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more nonsense. So let's begin with this madness. This is PGA Sparta! Now these Sparta-rific keycaps are PGA profile, and if you look at this diagram, it looks a lot like the SA profile, just a little bit shorter and a little bit smoother on the edges. Now these keycaps are going to be double-shot ABS with a thickness of about 2 millimeters and support Cherry and Cherry MX clone stems. So the base kit is going to come with 151 keys, so plenty to support your entire keyboard, in addition to covering all the other types of variants, including 60, 61, 63, 64, 67, 68, 84, 87, 96, 104, HHKB, and WKL layouts. So you got plenty of options there, which is fantastic. Now the novelties are very cool, featuring Spartan-themed designs, elements such as their helmets, their shield designs, and other graphics, and they are very bold and cool and fit and muscular and have more abs than I do. Now the red, white, and black color theme is more consistent with like the 300 movie Spartans. I have no idea what actual Spartan colors would be like. If you're a Spartan, go ahead and let me know in the comments what you're wearing. Let me know if this color scheme is close. So if you're interested in this keycap set, go ahead and pick them up on kbdfans.com. Also available on KBD Fans and elsewhere is the GMK Zen Pond keycap set. Now the set is obviously inspired by the calm and relaxing Japanese Zen ponds and beautiful koi fishes. And this group ride runs from now until November 7. Now because it is GMK, it's going to be your usual double-shot ABS cherry profile keycaps, but they're also going to incorporate some UV printing to capture some more of the intricate details of the koi fish and other parts of the novelties. The keycap set will come with hiragana or Latin bases, as well as support for a number of different layouts. You can also pick up desk mats and some novelties. Next up, we have a 65% keyboard with a rotary encoder, the Gentleman 65 Suited Edition. Now, the Gentleman 65 Suited Edition aims to have unique features, high levels of customization, and end-game quality, all for an accessible price point. Now, the board will feature a burger top-mounted design for plates, as well as an option for plateless mounting for soldered PCBs. As for plate options, you get the choice of none, white palm, black and gold FR4, E-white aluminum, or matte PVD brass. And for the encoder knob, you get the option of glossy PVD brass, glossy rose gold PVD brass, E-black aluminum, E-white aluminum, and mint anodized aluminum. Now the Gentleman 65 Suited Edition is amazing, looks beautiful and very high quality looking for what you're going to get if you are looking for a 65% with a rotary encoder. You got a lot of nice color combination options, and it comes with a lot of muting and highly customizable. If you go to their website, you can see you can pick and choose any number of different colorways for all these different parts and put them in any combination that suits your fancy. And for all of that, starting at around $240 is not a bad deal at all. Now for a slight discount, you also have the option to have it shipped with 70 mint chocolate chip palm tactile switches. But if that's not your thing, go ahead and find your own switches and your own keycaps and make the Gentleman 65 your own. Next we have the Fruitbar, a 40-ish% keyboard because it comes with arrow keys, not something that you often see on 40%. So I guess this makes it a 45-ish%. But for just $55, you get a top plate, bottom plate, PCB, diode, screws, standoff, rubber feet, a USB-C probe micro cable, an OLED screen, and most importantly, lots of love. It's QMK, ZMK, and VIA supported, and additional add-ons will include the encoder knob, and you can replace the probe micro with an Elite C. Now, if you didn't want to go with a stacked acrylic Alice style keyboard, check out the Course 60. The Course 60 was made as a beginner-friendly all-aluminum keyboard. Other offerings for Alice style layouts tend to be a little expensive and a little on the premium side and out of range for a lot of beginners. So the Core 60 aims to have a seamless aluminum keyboard with some premium features available at a decent price point. Now of course it will be a 60% keyboard available in E-black, E-navy, and E-white colorways. And it'll be top mounted with leaf springs to give you a little bit of flexibility there. The PCB is going to be fully hot swappable, but it only comes in ANSI, so something to be aware of. The case will be all aluminum with an acrylic panel, and plate options are aluminum or white palm. And because it is top mount, you have the choice of having optional O-rings included. So if you've been looking for a 60% Alice style layout that's a little more premium feeling, go ahead and check it out. Next up is Protozoa Studios' Command TKL. Now the Command TKL takes after the same style as the previous Glitch and Frost versions, but it just comes in a different colorway and kind of a whole different vibe and aesthetic. Now I'm not sure exactly what the vibe is here, but it's kind of futuristic, kind of post-apocalyptic, I don't know, you decide. But it'll be a CNC stacked plastic case with a CNC milled polycarbonate bottom, with a silicone sandwich mount and custom mounted feet. The two different kitting options, a dark and a fire kit. But be aware, both of these are going to require soldering, so no hot swap options available. Now there will be LED underglow, support for a knob, and uses a USB-C interface. So if you missed out on the Glitch and the Frost and you're into this sort of vibe and styling, then go ahead and check this one out from Protozoa Studios. Next up are some switches that are near and dear to my heart, the Phe Sua Da Switches. Now these are named after the Vietnamese iced coffee, and they have a very similar colorway with the sort of milky brown and cream colors. Now these are manufactured by Texi with a 63.5 gram double spring, PC top housing and bottom housing, and a clear nylon stem of regular length. And these are unlubed linear switches, available in packets of 36, 72, 108, and 144. And each order will come with a resealable coffee bag full of stickers, and we love to see it. So of course I ordered some because I'm Vietnamese and I love Vietnamese iced coffee, so this personally speaks to me. But if you're looking for another linear switch to try and you like Texi stuff, go ahead and check these out as well. And first up today in the interest check category is the Bubble 75. Now the Bubble 75 is a premium compact gasket mounted keyboard that is designed to be screwless, whatever that means. I guess it would mean no screws, pretty obvious. Now they've made some changes to the internal structure of this and made some cutouts in the plate to allow for a more flexible typing feel, and they hope to compete with other premium yet affordable 75% keyboards. The case is going to be made out of 6063 aluminum, it's going to be gasket mounted, it's going to have a PCB with a USB-C daughter board, will be QMK and VIA compatible with a hot swap PCB. It'll come with a polycarbonate plate and a 6-degree typing angle, as well as RGB with pour-on dampening pads, with additional PE foam pads included. For colors, you'll have the option of white, blue, black, green, and sky blue colorways. And you can also mix and match them. The weight will come in silver, black, gold aluminum, or gold brass. Now the aluminum weight will go with the standard edition and the brass weight will go with the premium edition. Now you will have add-on options as additional hot swap or soldered PCB, brass, FR4, palm, or aluminum plates, and additional pour-on gasket packs. So if you're interested in this, go ahead and check out the Reddit thread and give it your support. Next up we have the Cyberspace Box60 case and extras. Now this cool little purple case is designed to accommodate G860, GK61, and GK64 PCBs. That being said, plates, PCBs, switches, and keycaps will have to be sold separately. This is just for the case and the stand. But it is very unique. It's an injection molded translucent atomic purple ABS. And how many other keyboards can say that? And there is a wireless battery compartment if you want to utilize any Bluetooth in the PCBs that you choose. It's made with a 7-degree typing angle and you get a bunch of stickers with your purchase. Always nice. And next interest check we have is the Ergodox Wireless. Now if you like split keyboards and that sort of layout, but you've always been hung up literally or figuratively on all the cables that you have to run, the cables between the two halves and the cable to the computer, check out the Ergodox Wireless. It's going to come with factory soldered KL hot swap switches, so no soldering needed on your part. Now there will be no wire between the two halves, nor a wire between the keyboard and the computer itself. And you can choose to have it built with an optional solar panel inside to keep it charged in between uses. It's designed to work with the GMK firmware if you want to customize your switches, make macros, do any other custom things. Supposedly it's meant to last months even without the solar, but it does come with a dongle if you don't want to worry about that. Now while a cable is not needed to use the keyboard, it does come with a USB-C just in case you need to charge or flash it. Now the pricing for the Ergo Wireless Lite is $165 for the non-solar option, $240 with the solar option. And if you get the Ergodox Wireless Pro, which upgrades it to a CNC aluminum case, that starts at $370 for the solar version. Other add-ons include a carrying case, a tent package, and wrist rest. Now I've had an Ergodox before, but it was still wired, and even though the wires do get a little cumbersome, they're kind of long, they're in the way, I did find that the typing experience and the ergonomics of something like an Ergodox and other split keyboards was very pleasing. So if that's something that you've been looking for, but you've always been held up by the fact that you'd have so many wires and it's ruining an aesthetic, try and check this out. Next up we have the GMK DMG3, inspired by an iconic relic from a time when all you needed was a D-pad and 2 buttons. So this set was designed to bring back some of that good old 90s nostalgia back your way. Now this set was designed by Future Crime and comes in typical GMK double-shot ABS fitting cherry profiles. And boy, just look at that set. It's just a beautiful rendition bringing back the white, the grays, and the plum colors that we all have known and loved and come to associate with the Game Boy. Now the novelties are very cool, very reminiscent of the old Game Boy, the buttons, the battery indicators, and it comes in a lot of different kitting options. You have hiragana, Latin sub-bass, support for Mac OS, macro buttons, international support, obscure 40s, and additional aesthetic spacebars. So if you want to go back and live the good old days when you had a collection of 40, 50 cartridges on a wall that you'd have to swap between when playing games, go ahead and check these out. You wouldn't be wrong to confuse this with some sort of Squid Game inspired keyboard, but no, it is just the latest collaboration between Monokei and Hand Engineering, introducing the Kage top mount TKL keyboard. Now this keyboard will come with a hot swap or soldered PCB, full frosted polycarbonate plate, sandblasted brass weight, and optional O-rings if you choose to go that route. The Kage standard kit will start at $660. And it'll come in these colorways: blush pink, olive green, royal purple, Titan gray, suave blue, and silver. And if you upgrade to the SE kit that starts at $750, you get the choice of frost white or Titan gray. Now Monokei makes really great premium keyboards with pricing to match. But if this is up your alley and you can afford it, or if you want something very vaguely Squid Game themed and you can convince yourself of that, check this one out. Next up, I want to talk about the Milky Way Demon Girl keycap set. And to be very careful about copyright infringement, I'm just going to say this. The rich colors of the pink kimono make for an excellent outfit for your keyb. Delicate, yet bold, the two-tone pink contrasts in a rich, warm black. The minty green, pink, and brown colorways could be reminiscent of any number of zombies. Novelties include fangs, a lovely pattern you might find anywhere, like a kimono, a piece of bamboo, a box. Safe to say, this keycap slays. What? I can't say that? They're gonna sue me? It's Demon Slayer. And finally, Keychron has released a Kickstarter for their K14, a 70% wireless version of their boards. Now it's gonna come with all the usual Keychron goodness, RGB, Bluetooth, Windows, Mac OS compatibility. And if nothing else, Keychron keeps their keyboards very consistent. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out the Kickstarter, go ahead and back them. And that's it for this Hot Swaps episode number 8. Let me know in the comments what stuff you're most excited about. And stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, there will be always more Hot Swaps episodes coming up, maybe some new segments as well that I'm thinking about. And my Keychron Q1 is somewhere in the mail, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff that I've sat on a group buy for, and I'm just waiting and waiting. But thank you guys as always for watching. Hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Support me on Patreon if you can. And until next time, geek out.